So I'd recently bought a 2017 F250, and the spare tire was mounted on the rear axle. It was on the rear driver's side. The other tire was in the bed of the truck, and it was obviously flat, so they must have swapped it out. And I kind of assumed that it must have happened relatively recently ago. And so when I bought the truck, I could have had them fix the tire or whatever, but I wasn't too bothered with that. So I got the tire patched, wanted to put it back onto the truck and put the spare underneath the bed. And when I went to do that, the tire was stuck on. So here's a trick that I learned from a roadside assistance guy a few years ago when I had my 2005 F250 and I got a flat tire on the side of the road. Now this method does require 2 jacks, so it's something where you might want to think about carrying around another jack, maybe a bottle jack or something like that, just to get the wheel off the ground. You'll see why in a sec. I'm going to take this moment to say if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope you find it helpful. So let's get to it, and I'll show you what I did. So let's say you're on the side of the road and you need to get your wheel off. One trick that I've learned from a guy who works on those emergency road service things is you take one jack and you hold up the wheel, and then you use one of these expanding jacks here to push the wheel off. Now I might have to adjust the position of this one so that I can access the orange little turny thing there to expand it out, but you got to find a nice solid bracket that you can kind of hook onto. I might have to reposition this jack underneath the pumpkin in order to do that, to use the strut brace bracket, or the shock bracket, but it looks sturdy enough that it should be able to help pop that tire off. That's the position I'm trying. Let's see. Now it's on the rim of the wheel, not on the actual tire itself. You could debead the tire, so you got to do it on the rim. So I heard a pop, and I tried to see if the tire would hammer off. It didn't, so I put it back on. Tire just came loose. Now I can pull this sucker off. There you go. That's one way to do it. In case you didn't know how to get the spare tire out, basically it's underneath. There's this little thing that pops open. You use your key to unlock it, access this hole. You have this kit here for your jack and all that stuff. This is a be able to block the tire. I think it goes like this. Block the tire, and then you put together the rods. There's an extra one on the ground here. Here's a tire iron. You feed it, at least 2 of the rods into there. The rod that has the hook looking end will feed into there, and then you lefty-loosey lower down the tire, and then right now I'm putting it back in, so doing the opposite. Now it's hooked in. There's going to be a safety cable, and I'm just hooking it back in. So there's a this is the thing that holds the tire up, and this is in case that cable breaks. You're not going to leave the tire on the road. It'll drag behind your truck, I guess, for a bit. And at least keep some other people from getting hurt. Now you might be able to see that my key is bent. So here's a lesson learned to you guys. That locky thingy, trying to get it back in sometimes. This thing, you gotta be careful. I bent my key trying to get this thing back in. I'm leaving it out. And the key does not work now. Luckily I'm not on the side of the road. Otherwise might be in trouble. I'm going to try to fix it now with a vise. See if I can straighten it out and then see if it'll work. Alright, I hope you found the video helpful. Obviously I learned a couple other lessons in the meantime. I was able to fix the key using a vise and just kind of was able to kind of bend it back. Though I'm a little miffed. So I left that lock off. And I guess somebody could steal my spare tire now, but I guess that's the way it is. And yeah, if you found the video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.